Are you ready for some smart, plain talk on politics, Israel, and the law? It's the Andrew Parker Show. Let's roll. Welcome to another episode of the Andrew Parker Show. Thank you once again for joining us. This is going to be a short. Many of our shows are 30 to 40 minutes. I hope to keep this to 10 minutes or under, as I'm wanting to talk today about the Gaza, air quotes, peace, close air quotes, plan. It is touted by the Trump administration, Donald Trump, with the best of intentions, but sometimes cannot get his ego to tout something far beyond what it actually is. Is this really a peace plan, the 20-point plan that Trump rolled out several days ago, that the Israelis accepted, and that Hamas, a day or two later, a couple days later, feigned acceptance, but it was actually a vague agreement to talk further? And what does that really amount to? So is this really a peace plan, or is it simply a plan for more destruction, more despair for the Palestinians, but also for the state of Israel and for Jews around the world as anti-Semitism grows? Israel, just like any other sovereign country around the world, should not have to live with the most heinous and just across the border people who want to destroy their very existence, to rid everyone of Jews across the world, starting with the state of Israel, which is what Hamas's charter calls for. It is what they have acted upon. It is what, to this day, they continue to demand and to, in a vitriolic manner, espouse. And that is the total destruction of the state of Israel, and also of the Jewish people, but of the state of Israel. And with those people who burned babies alive, yes, truth. It is in the video, and people still claim never happened. It definitely happened. The killing of husband and wife, the killing of children in front of their parents, of grandparents in front of their middle-aged kids, raping of women, and beheading across Israel on October 7th, 2 years ago. But the world is saying Israel's just going to have to live with it. No, Israel is not going to. And this peace plan, while Israel has agreed to it, I don't believe is going to work. First off, Hamas, I don't believe, will ever carry it out. I will be surprised if they release all of the hostages and return the bodies of those who are deceased, hostages who are deceased. They may claim that they will do it. I, again, will be surprised if it gets done. Remember, the number one weapon that Hamas, the terrorist organization, and many terrorist organizations, but particularly Hamas, has is the despair and destruction and death of Palestinians themselves, because it creates messaging that they want around the world. It solidifies support for their movement around the world, as immoral as that is. Western Europe has decided to throw in with Hamas and the terrorist organizations, by rewarding what they did on October 7th, by rewarding their constant calls for repeating it over and over and over again, if they are allowed to continue in existence. And as they hand over the reins from one group to another after their leadership is eliminated, they continue to believe they are getting stronger. And now, a word from our sponsors.
Are you a business owner? Are you losing sleep because you feel your partner isn't carrying their weight, or because you no longer share the same vision or values? Are you no longer comfortable going into your own office? Are you walking on eggshells in the company you built? This is Chris Daniels, founding partner of Parker Daniels Keyboard LLC, a premier litigation law firm headquartered in downtown Minneapolis. For more than 30 years, I've specialized in business litigation and have helped hundreds of business owners resolve troubling business disputes. As a former certified public accountant, I get to the heart of the dispute, including financial issues. Business divorce can be messy, time-consuming, and costly, but doing nothing can cost you a lot more. Not just money, but emotionally, physically, and in your personal life. If you and your business partner no longer see eye to eye, and you're eager to take a proactive approach and make a change, please call me at 612-355-4100 and schedule a consultation. Or visit our website at www.parkerdk.com.
Looking to reduce your tax liability and grow your portfolio? Consider Texas-based Texacoma Resources. They have been delivering results for over 40 years in energy investments. Investors may benefit with strategic advantages like depreciation, depletion, and drilling, but should consult their tax advisors for their specific situation. Call True North Investment at 612-968-3442 to learn more. That's True North Investment, 612-968-3442. Texacoma Energy that works for you. So what is this 20-point plan? It's the release of all hostages within 72 hours. Well, that already hasn't happened. It has not been accepted without conditions, and who knows what those conditions are as we speak. Secondly, the de-radicalization of Gaza, that simply is not going to happen because the Palestinian people for generations have been taught from cradle to grave, for generations, as I say, to hate the Jews, to hate the state of Israel. Now, there are many Palestinians who have rejected that and who wish to live side by side in peace, crossing an open border between Israel and a Palestinian state. But the problem is far, far fewer than there need to be. And with these radicalized groups, whether it be Hamas or the next one in line, Islamic Jihad, or the Palestinian Liberation Front, whichever the group is, or Hamas, although they may go under a different name going forward, they are being protected by Arab countries. And part of this plan is no more bombing or assassinations of these people. They will continue to be able to lead the movement. So how are we going to get de-radicalization of Gaza? Well, that's unclear in the plan. No Hamas role in governing Gaza, directly or indirectly. Well, we'll see if that comes to fruition. The end of the war, safe passage abroad of the Hamas members. So again, they'll be able to operate outside of Gaza openly and freely, and Israel will not be able to eliminate them, according at least to the plan. The withdrawal of IDF troops from Gaza, what's that going to allow? Is that going to allow reconstitution of the terrorist organization under a different name in Gaza? More tunnels built? Well, they say no, that won't be, well, it shouldn't have been allowed before, but it was. And the Palestinians elected Hamas. They are their leadership. There are some fissures in that now, as there is some opposition, but it's certainly not enough. It's much akin to what we see in Iran with the mullahs who are in control. So, with Hamas, how do we keep them out of calling the shots in Gaza. There will be increased aid in Gaza, a transitional committee governing day-to-day services in Gaza. The Israelis don't want to control and annex Gaza. They do not want that. But they also don't want a terror state directly on their border. We have seen what happens when that is the state of affairs. And the Israelis are simply not going to continue to allow it. So if this peace plan goes forward, which I, for one, definitely want to see peace, definitely want to see the hostages released immediately. But beyond that, this should be an unconditional surrender of Hamas. It needs to be. And this can never happen again, which means Hamas must be entirely eliminated. They were the aggressors. They were the ones engaged in Nazi-like tactics, and the entire world should join together in an effort of not rewarding it, but rather destroying it. That's what a peace plan is. You're listening to The Andrew Parker Show. Go to theandrewparkershow.com, theandrewparkershow.com, and subscribe. Follow us. Indeed, go to the YouTube channel, pull us up there, subscribe as well, and text us. Questions, comments, 952-522-2818. In the next few episodes, we're going to go over and pull out of the mail, go into the mail room, some of the comments and questions related to the Andrew Parker Show. Again, thank you once again for joining us. Is that really a peace plan, or is Donald Trump so wanting it to be a reality that he is claiming it even though he even knows better? Until next time, be kind to your neighbor. For more smart plain talk, go to theandrewparkershow.com. Learn about all of your listening and viewing options. And remember, all the great things are simple, and many can be expressed in a single word: freedom, justice, honor, duty, mercy, hope. This episode of The Andrew Parker Show is sponsored by Parker Daniels Keyboard and True North Private Investments. Mark Twain once quipped, "A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is still putting on its shoes. When you are lied about and it spreads, the resulting mayhem and destruction can be, and often is, disastrous." Hi, this is Andrew Parker, co-founder of the Parker Daniels Keyboard Law Firm. I recently handled a high-profile defamation lawsuit on behalf of a luxury home real estate agent whose business was decimated by falsehoods spread about him. After nearly 2 years of litigation and 2 weeks of trial, the jury came back with a verdict of more than $2 million for our client. Parker Daniels Keyboard. We litigate cases, we try cases, and we win cases. With a record of excellence in achieving extraordinary results, Parker Daniels Keyboard lawyers have consistently won huge verdicts for its clients in the areas of defamation, civil rights violations, regulatory battles, and intellectual property theft. For wise counsel and winning results, contact us at Parker Daniels Keyboard, premier law firm in downtown Minneapolis. Looking to reduce your tax liability and grow your portfolio? Consider Texas-based Texacoma Resources. They have been delivering results for over 40 years in energy investments. Investors may benefit with strategic advantages like depreciation, depletion, and drilling, but should consult their tax advisors for their specific situation. Call True North Investment at 612-968-3442 to learn more. That's True North Investment, 612-968-3442. Texacoma Energy that works for you.